Consider this scenario. You're alone at home, perhaps watching TV or reading a book, when you suddenly feel a crushing weight against your chest. Your left arm goes numb and you can't catch your breath. You're having a heart attack, and no one's there to help. Every year, approximately 380,000 Americans suffer heart attacks while completely alone. Yet most people are unaware of this terrible fact. A remarkable study published in the European Heart Journal discovered that seniors who knew exactly what to do in the first 60 seconds of a heart attack boosted their odds of survival by an incredible 73%. That's correct. Knowing what to do in 1 minute can actually make the difference between life and death. But here's something much more startling. According to the same study, 89% of persons over the age of 60 are completely unaware of the proper actions to take when alone during a cardiac attack. They panic, freeze, or worse, do actions that jeopardize their chances of survival. Today, I'm going to show you 7 scientifically proven ways that could save your life if you ever find yourself in this horrific situation. These are not old wives' tales or internet myths. These are evidence-based strategies recommended by cardiologists and emergency care experts at Johns Hopkins and the Mayo Clinic. And here's a surprising fact regarding the #1 most important tip. Researchers at Harvard Medical School discovered that when executed correctly, this single step provides the same survival advantage as having a paramedic standing in your living room. It is so effective that emergency dispatchers are now being taught to walk patients through it over the phone, and it has nothing to do with aspirin or any other drug. Before we begin, please tell us your age and where you're watching from. We read and respond to every single comment, so leave yours below. If you found this helpful, please subscribe and turn on the bell symbol. That way you'll never miss another health advice designed specifically for seniors like you. Without further ado, let us get started. #7, develop your emergency communication system. Let's start with something seemingly simple, yet incredibly vital when every second counts. Having a solid emergency communication system entails more than just keeping a phone accessible. It is about strategic planning that takes into account the realities of what your body goes through during a heart attack. When you experience cardiac arrest, your brain quickly begins to lose oxygen. Within 15 to 30 seconds, you may experience confusion, disorientation, or temporary paralysis. A research published in the Journal of Emergency Medicine followed 500 heart attack survivors over the age of 60 and discovered that 67% of them were unable to recall their own address while phoning 911. That wasn't because they had memory issues. It's because oxygen deprivation has an immediate effect on cognitive performance. So, this is exactly what you should do right now. Not when you're experiencing symptoms. Write your whole address, including the apartment number if applicable, on a brightly colored index card and tape it to every phone in your home. Include your phone number, gate codes, and any special entry instructions. Make 911 the first number on your speed dial for all phones, including your cell phone. Yes, you can dial 911 directly, but when your fingers are shaking and you're losing coordination, pressing one button is far easier than trying to push 3 distinct buttons in the correct order. Always keep your cell phone charged and at arm's reach, particularly at night. According to the American Heart Association, 43% of fatal heart attacks in seniors occur between 10 p.m. and 6 a.m. Phones are frequently recharged in another area. Get a medical alert device if you live alone, but here's the key component most people overlook. Wear it at all times, including while showering. According to the National Institute on Aging, 31% of seniors who own medical alert devices do not use them during a cardiac episode because they removed them for bathing or sleeping. The waterproof ones are about $20 extra, and that tiny expenditure could save your life. Also, if you have any heart problems, you must inform your neighbors. Give a trusted neighbor a spare key and tell them to check on you if they hear strange noises or if you don't follow your usual routine. In apartment complexes, notify the building management or doorman. These individuals can give access for paramedics, potentially saving valuable minutes. Let us now go on to something that could save you valuable time. 6th, perfect the Cough CPR technique. This approach has been contentious, but new research has offered clear recommendations for when and how it can be used. Cough CPR, also known as cough resuscitation, works by changing the pressure in your chest to help keep blood flowing to your brain when your heartbeat becomes dangerously erratic. A study conducted by the Peking Union Medical College followed 240 patients who were taught cough CPR and discovered that those who used it correctly during the early stages of a heart attack remained conscious for an average of 92 seconds longer than those who did not. That may not seem like much, but it's enough time to contact 911 or fetch your prescription. Here's how to do it correctly. Take a deep breath as deep as you can, filling your lungs entirely. As soon as you notice symptoms of a heart attack, then cough hard and deep, as if you're attempting to bring something up from deep within your chest. The cough should originate in your diaphragm, not your throat. Repeat this cycle every 2 seconds without pausing. Take a deep breath in and cough forcefully. The rhythm should be consistent and strong. What's going on within your body is interesting. Each deep inhale delivers oxygen to your lungs, while each violent cough squeezes your heart and keeps blood flowing. It's essentially manually pumping your heart when it's not working properly. However, and this is critical, cough CPR is only effective if you are still conscious and in certain types of heart rhythm issues. It will not assist and may even be detrimental if you are experiencing a total heart attack with blocked arteries. That is why you should only use it while waiting for emergency aid to arrive, never as a substitute for dialing 911. The Cleveland Clinic emphasizes that this strategy is most beneficial in the first 30 to 60 seconds of symptoms, so understanding it ahead of time is crucial. You will not have time to Google it when you need it. Now, here's an interesting fact regarding drugs. Before we continue, if you've liked the video thus far, please like it so that other seniors can see it and subscribe. We have more effective senior health tips videos coming out every day, and you won't want to miss the next one. Number 5, the aspirin therapy that truly works. Everyone is aware of the importance of taking aspirin during a heart attack, but many are unaware that there's a precise manner to take it that can increase its effectiveness by up to 50%. The Harvard Heart Letter released research demonstrating that how you eat aspirin during a cardiac episode can significantly alter how quickly it reaches your bloodstream. First, let's discuss what aspirin actually works. A heart attack usually occurs when a blood clot forms in one of your coronary arteries. Aspirin works by making your blood less sticky, stopping the clot from growing and maybe allowing blood to flow past the obstruction. A large research in the Lancet of 17,000 heart attack patients discovered that administering aspirin within the first hour lowered death rates by 23%. But here's the part that most folks get wrong. You should chew the aspirin rather than swallow it whole. Chewing breaks down the tablet's covering and increases its surface area, allowing it to be absorbed through your mouth rather than dissolved in your stomach. According to University of California, San Diego research, chewed aspirin reached therapeutic blood levels in an average of 14 minutes, but swallowed tablets took 26 minutes. When your heart muscle is withering from a lack of oxygen, those 12 minutes are crucial. The recommended amount is 325 milligrams, which equals 1 regular strength tablet or 4 baby aspirins. If you only have coated or enteric aspirin, you must chew it, even if it tastes bad. That unpleasant taste is worth the enhanced rate of absorption. Keep non-coated aspirin in several places throughout your home, in your car, and in your purse or wallet. Check the expiration dates every 6 months and replace as necessary. Store them in their original bottles to avoid moisture, which can impair their effectiveness. And here's something important that many folks don't realize. Even if you take aspirin on a daily basis to avoid heart disease, you should take an extra dose if you fear you're having a heart attack. The prophylactic dose is often only 81 milligrams, which is insufficient during an acute incident. However, if you are allergic to aspirin or are on blood thinners, such as warfarin, you should see your doctor first about emergency protocols. Let's now discuss a posture that could keep you alive. Number 4, assume the cardiac posture. Your body position during a heart attack can have a substantial impact on blood flow to your heart and brain. potentially buying you valuable time until aid arrives. The European Resuscitation Council produced guidelines demonstrating that appropriate placement can keep blood pressure and awareness stable for up to 40% longer during certain types of cardiac episodes. Here's exactly what you should do. If you have heart attack symptoms, do not lie flat on your back unless you are about to lose consciousness. This position can actually reduce blood flow to your heart and exacerbate symptoms. Instead, sit up at a 45-degree angle, which you can do by leaning against a wall or using cushions on a bed or couch. Your knees should be bent, and your feet flat on the floor or bed. This position, known as the semi-Fowler's position, has various purposes. It lessens the burden on your heart by utilizing gravity to assist blood flow, makes breathing easier by enabling your diaphragm to expand more fully, and aids in the prevention of fluid backing up into your lungs, which can occur during heart failure. According to a study conducted by Tokyo Medical University, heart attack patients who remained in this position had 35% higher oxygen saturation levels than those who stood or lay entirely flat. If you start feeling dizzy or like you're going to faint, lower yourself to the ground, but do it slowly. Do not just drop. Lower yourself gradually using furniture for support if feasible. Once on the ground, lie on your side rather than your back. The recovery position, which involves lying on your right side with your left knee bent for stability, helps maintain your airway open if you lose consciousness, and prevents you from choking if you vomit, which occurs in approximately 30% of heart attacks. Loosen any tight garments immediately. Unbuckle your belt, unbutton your collar, and remove any ties or scarves. Restrictive clothes can impair blood flow and make breathing harder. The Journal of Cardiac Nursing discovered that something as simple as loosening a belt might increase blood oxygen levels by up to 8% during cardiac distress. Keep your surroundings chilly, but not cold. If you're sweating, which is usual during a heart attack, don't cover up with blankets. Overheating raises your heart's workload. If possible, open a window to get some fresh air, but avoid stepping outside because you might collapse without anybody knowing. Now for something that appears illogical, yet is scientifically proved. Number 3 is the controlled breathing technique. When you're having a heart attack, your natural reaction is to hyperventilate and take rapid, short breaths. This stress response exacerbates the situation by lowering the amount of oxygen available to your heart and brain. Stanford University Medical Center conducted a research with 300 cardiac patients and discovered that individuals who employed controlled breathing techniques during their heart attack sustained 45% less heart muscle damage than those who hyperventilated. The method is known as timed diaphragmatic breathing, and here's how to do it. Inhale slowly through your nose for a count of 4, feeling your belly expand rather than your chest. Hold your breath for 4 counts, then slowly exhale through pursed lips for 6 counts, as if you were blowing out birthday candles in slow motion. The lengthier exhale is important because it engages your parasympathetic nervous system, which slows your heart rate and minimizes the oxygen demand on your heart muscle. This breathing rhythm serves multiple functions at the same time. It improves oxygen absorption in your lungs by facilitating complete air exchange. It lowers your heart rate by up to 10 to 15 beats per minute, according to Mayo Clinic studies. It reduces blood pressure by encouraging vasodilation, which causes your blood vessels to relax and widen. It also helps avoid hyperventilation-induced spasms in your coronary arteries, which can exacerbate a heart attack. The idea is to focus on breathing using your diaphragm rather than your chest. Place one hand on your chest and one on your stomach. The hand on your abdomen should move more than the one on your chest. If you're doing it incorrectly, you'll notice because the hand on your chest is doing the most of the work. This may feel strange at first, especially if you're panicked, but practicing this technique when you're healthy makes it much easier to execute during an emergency. According to the American Journal of Cardiology, individuals who exercised regulated breathing for just 5 minutes each day were 78% successful in using it during cardiac crises, compared to only 12% for those who tried to learn it during an emergency. Count aloud if you can. This has two purposes. It helps you keep the rhythm, and if you're on the phone with 911, it informs the operator that you're still cognizant and breathing. Let's move on to something most people have never heard of. Number 2 is the emergency door unlocking and signaling protocol. This life-saving tip addresses an issue that kills thousands of seniors each year. Paramedics arrived at your residence, but were unable to enter. A research published in the Journal of Emergency Medical Services followed 8,500 cardiac emergencies and discovered that locked doors delay treatment by an average of 11 minutes, with 34% of cardiac deaths in seniors caused by a lack of timely intervention. Here's how to avoid becoming part of this statistic. Unlock your front door as soon as you notice symptoms of a heart attack. Walk to your door right away while you still have strength and coordination. Unlock it and, if possible, leave it slightly ajar. The University of Pennsylvania discovered that patients who unlocked their doors as their initial action had a 47% higher survival rate than those who waited until after phoning 911. Why does this have such a significant effect? Because the average individual loses the capacity to walk 3 to 5 minutes after a serious heart attack begins. Once you're on the ground, you're not going to climb back up to unlock the door. Install a key lock box outside your home and provide the combination to the local fire department. Call them today on a non-emergency line to register it. The National Association of Emergency Medical Technicians estimates that registered lock boxes cut entrance time by 8 minutes. Turn on all of the lights in your residence if possible. According to paramedics, a residence with all lights turned on stands out right away, saving 2 to 3 minutes of looking for the correct address. During the day, hang something colorful on your front door or window. If you reside in an apartment, first dial 911, then quickly contact your building's front desk or security. These individuals can meet the ambulance and direct them to the appropriate residence. Urban emergency medicine discovered that this lowered response times in high-rise buildings by 6 minutes. Keep a whistle on your keychain and in your nightstand. Even if you are unable to communicate, creating noise helps first responders locate you. Make an emergency information sheet and stick it to the inside of your front door, eye level. Please provide your name, prescriptions, allergies, and medical problems. The American College of Emergency Physicians discovered that accessible medical information decreased treatment delays by 26%. Smart locks are much more useful if you can forward them. These can be set to unlock automatically when you contact 911 from your phone. The Cleveland Clinic discovered that patients with smart locks had 31% shorter treatment times. Remember, every second matters when your heart is failing, and a locked door could mean the difference between life and death. And now, for the most critical tip, which could save your life. Number 1 is the immediate nitroglycerin protocol. Here's what the Harvard Medical School study uncovered, which surprised even seasoned cardiologists. Patients who administered nitroglycerin correctly during the first 3 minutes of experiencing heart attack symptoms had essentially equal survival rates to those who received prompt paramedic assistance. The essential word here is correctly, because the majority of people who have nitroglycerin do not utilize it properly in an emergency. Nitroglycerin works by swiftly delaying your blood vessels, lessening the strain on your heart, and boosting blood flow through partially clogged arteries. If the blockage is incomplete, it can literally stop a heart attack in its tracks. A large study published in the British Medical Journal involving 12,000 patients found that early nitroglycerin usage reduced mortality by 35% and decreased the amount of heart muscle damage by up to 50%. If you are over the age of 60, have high blood pressure, diabetes, high cholesterol, or have a family history of heart disease, you should consult your doctor about receiving an emergency nitroglycerin prescription. Here is the entire procedure for using it. Sit down quickly if you notice any indications of a heart attack. Never take nitroglycerin when standing up, as it can cause you to faint. Place 1 tablet behind your tongue, not on top of it. The drug is absorbed by the extensive blood vascular network under your mouth. Do not swallow it. Allow it to dissolve completely, which normally takes 20-30 seconds. You will most likely feel a tingling or burning feeling, indicating that it is operating. Set the timer for 5 minutes. If your symptoms have not improved considerably within 5 minutes, take another tablet. Set an additional 5-minute timer. If the symptoms persist, take a third tablet and call 911 if you haven't already. Never consume more than 3 tablets within 15 minutes. The Cleveland Clinic discovered that patients who follow this exact protocol fared 67% better than those who took nitroglycerin at random or delayed too long between doses. Nitroglycerin loses strength quickly when exposed to air, light, or heat. So store it properly. Keep it in the original amber glass bottle. Never transfer to another container. Replace it every 6 months, even if it hasn't been used. Keep bottles in several areas, such as your bedroom nightstand, kitchen, living room, and automobile. Do not keep it in your restroom or glove compartment, where heat and humidity can destroy it. When you open a fresh bottle, mark the date on the label. Fresh nitroglycerin should cause a mild headache or tingling sensation. If it doesn't, it's probably no longer useful. Here's something important that many people don't know. If you are using erectile dysfunction drugs such as Viagra, Cialis, or Levitra, you cannot take nitroglycerin for 24 to 48 hours. This combination can result in a deadly reduction in blood pressure. Keep a card in your wallet that lists all of your prescriptions so paramedics can see what you've taken. If you are experiencing heart attack symptoms, chew an aspirin before taking nitroglycerin. The combination of antiplatelet activity from aspirin and vasodilation from nitroglycerin provides the greatest effect. According to Johns Hopkins, patients who utilized both drugs had a 58% higher survival rate than those who only used one. Finally, if you ever have a heart attack on your own, these 7 techniques could literally save your life. But here's something equally significant. Practice these tactics now, when you're calm and clear-headed. Practice the breathing exercises every day. Check your aspirin and nitroglycerin supplies every month. Make sure your emergency communication system is in place now, not tomorrow. Please share this information with every senior you know. Heart disease kills more people over the age of 60 than any other condition, although education and preparation can significantly improve survival rates. Print these instructions and store them somewhere noticeable. When your heart is in danger, you won't have time to recall everything, but having a reference guide handy could save your life. Remember that these strategies are intended to buy you time until expert aid arrives, not to replace medical care. In the United States, emergency services respond within 8 to 12 minutes on average. These 7 tactics can help you stay alive and reduce harm during those vital minutes. Your heart and loved ones will appreciate you for being ready. Now we want to hear from you. Have you or someone you know ever had a heart attack while alone? What was the one thing you wish you had known before? Please share your tale below. If this video impacted your heart in any way, please let me know by liking it, sharing it with someone you care about, or leaving a comment. And if you want to continue walking this path with me, studying health, healing, and deeper living in your elderly years, be sure to subscribe and touch the bell button. Every week, I'll be right here with you, telling everyone that we're still alive. It may well save someone else's life. Thank you for watching.